What is up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE and the Android 12 update. This phone got the Android 12 update. I've been using it for a little bit here, and it's been an awesome experience here. I still stand by this phone being one of the best phones that anybody can pick up and be like, man, wow, what a great experience you're getting. Not only that, because the price has come down so much on this phone now. When I got it like around five something. I mean, for the same refurbished version, which came in excellent condition. You guys can check out the older videos I did. These phones are going for, let's see, $433 right now on Amazon. So they float around that price point, $433 to $500. That is just an excellent deal for this phone. This is still a flagship phone. In my eyes, it's still extremely great quality phone. Like I said, it checks off a lot of the boxes for a lot of people. So if you guys want to see more in depth on the One UI 4 update, I did one on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. It's the same, all the same features. I'll put a card up here somewhere. You guys can check that out if you haven't seen some of the most important features that you're going to want to know. But everything is essentially, you know, here on this phone. And this phone is very smooth. Now, this is a phone that I noticed took advantage of, you know, just the bug fixes that they did with One UI. This one is super smooth. Like, I don't really notice any more like little hiccups and stuff like that with this phone. So I would say download this ASAP. And I'll also put out a video for anybody getting like boot loop problems. I feel you guys said that. I have no clue how that's happening. I haven't had that issue in a very long time, but I'll do a video showing you guys how to fix that. But I would say go ahead and update. It's been really nice. So far, I haven't really noticed anything with battery life. It still pretty much drains the same. But I will say smoothness and animations are very smooth on here. You don't get those little hiccups here. So let's just go over the phone for people who are not familiar with this phone. So the S20 FE is an older flagship. We had the S21 FE, and I said in that video, if you guys look at that comparison, you don't really need to upgrade because this is a phone you could really hold until the end of its life cycle. I mean, it really I think was ahead of its time when it came out. That's why it was so popular. Now, this phone has a very good build quality. It does have a plastic back here, but the good thing about the plastic backs is if you are in the market to sell your phone, then if you go and look at most people who sell phones, they usually have cracked up backs. So with plastic, this is more durable, so you know it'll be easier to sell because it won't be cracked up, and you can get your money back when you do eventually want to sell your phone here. So plastic back, metal sides here, so it still retains that kind of premium feel, at least on the side of the phone, and it feels very solid in the hand here. So I do like that, and we do have IP68 dust and water resistant, so this phone is able to get wet. You're able to drop it in the toilet, shower, whatever. Now, the display on here is probably one of my favorite things about this phone. So it is a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED display. It is HDR10 Plus at 120 Hertz, 1080p 407 for the PPI. It's a completely flat panel with the punch hole, as you can see in the middle, and I absolutely love the display. There is no terms of lack of quality on this display. This is definitely a flagship quality panel here as far as brightness, and again as far as color accuracy, and like I said, very smooth for 120 Hertz. So when you're scrolling and everything, it just feels super fast here. So that is definitely one of the things that I really like about this device here. It is a completely flat panel as well too, so it has no curve to it as well, which a lot of people like. So display wise, this is, you know, still a very awesome device. All right, so let's talk about another important part of this phone, and that is the chip. So this phone has the Snapdragon 865 chip, Adreno 650. It is 5G compatible, and then you also have micro SD card support, which is very important because you will not find that in a lot of the newer flagship phones these days. So you can see this phone performs very well in terms of benchmarks still. But what's really awesome about this phone is, again, the SD card support, 128 gigs of internal storage, and 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. This is a 6 gig of RAM version, so it still does very smooth with multitasking. And like I said, just managing one UI without lagging all over the place. So very smooth experience, but gaming performance is top notch on this phone still. So if you guys don't want to spend a ton of cash, $900, $800, then you can easily game and play any game on this phone. I have a full gaming test for this device. So it plays pretty much anything at high settings, Fortnite 60 frames, PUBG, extreme settings. There's nothing that this phone can't do as far as gaming wise. So you're going to have an excellent experience with that as well too. All right, so let's talk about some of the additional features with this phone here. So you do have the under the display fingerprint sensor, and it works really well. It's very accurate, and you also can take advantage of the face unlock if you're not a fan of that. So that does work on here really well too. And what's awesome about this device is it has a lot of the flagship features. So your reverse wireless power sharing is on here as well too. So I just take another phone here, and I can actually charge up another device with my S20 FE. So how awesome is that? It could be earbuds, whatever you want to charge on here. So really nice there. And we do have a lot of the same features here. Now what's really crazy about this phone is we still have Samsung desktop support. So if you do want to go ahead and put this on a PC or on a monitor, you want to show your family videos, you have pictures on your phone, or if you just want to mirror your phone to that TV or whatever, you will be able to do that. That is a very top quality feature. Secure folders is here, Dolby Atmos is here. This phone does have NFC, so pretty much all of your Samsung software features is on this device here, which is really nice. So you're not really missing out on anything on this phone. Another awesome feature with this phone is that you do have stereo speakers on board as well too. So you can hear this front-facing speaker is putting in a decent amount of work there. Also, the vibrations are pretty good on this phone as well too. Again, not the strongest like the flagships, but it does have pretty good vibrations, so I really do like that. Yeah, so overall the audio is really good on here. Of course, there is no headphone jack on this model though. So this still has really great cameras. I think it still takes flagship quality photos in my opinion. It's got a triple camera setup here, 12 megapixel standard, and then we have an 8 megapixel telephoto. It does 3x optical zoom as well too. We also have the 12 megapixel ultra wide, and then we do have 4K video at 60 frames with a 32 megapixel selfie that also shoots at 60 frames. You're going to get some top quality photos with the cameras on here for sure. Image processing is just really good on this device. Colors come out really nice and vibrant. The 3x optical zoom is really nice. The ultra wide retains very good detail and very good color to the main lens. Overall, I'm really happy with the S20 FE's image quality. I don't think anything's wrong with it at all. Video is very solid on here too. And low light conditions are still pretty good on the S20 FE as well too. So to me, it takes really great photos considering the price. So I think I compared it even to the S21 FE, and it did an excellent job against its newer phone. So I just think the cameras are still really good on this device here. So lastly, we have to talk about battery life with this phone, and this phone still retains very good battery life. It has a 4500 milliamp battery with pretty fast, respectable fast charging at 25 watts. So battery life you can easily get all day with this phone. Now, I don't live in a 5G area, so I've never been able to try 5G. Because they don't, just don't have it where I live at. But battery life could be different if you're on 5G. You might not get as good battery life as somebody on 4G. But as just a 4G phone, this does perfectly fine. It definitely lasts all day. So in conclusion here, the S20 FE This Android 12 update really helped out this the 6 gig model with like not having those little jitters with the animations and stuff like that. It really has made all animations very smooth, and it just made the experience much better. So everything about the phone is just much better with this Android 12 update. So what do you guys think about the S20 FE? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.